Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And a live look at exact Track 40 radar. The forewarned weather team is tracking a treacherous triple threat of rain, snow, and wind moving into southeast Michigan.
Let's take a live look at I-696 in Southfield. The storm is set to move in tomorrow afternoon, which could make the roads slick for the evening commute. We are declaring tomorrow a forewarned weather alert day. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Damon Fernandez in for Devin Skillian. Let's get right over to forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams with a look at the latest timetable. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Damon. Well, I want to start with the winter storm watch because we have had a change today. Oakland and Washtenaw counties have now been included in this winter storm watch that begins at 10 a.m. Friday to 1 p.m. Saturday. It does not include Macomb, Wayne, and Monroe counties. That doesn't mean that tomorrow there won't be some sort of advisory or watch for these counties as well, but as of right now, this has also been extended up into the thumb, including Sanilac and St. Clair counties. But I can tell you, within Oakland County, there'll be a big difference in snowfall totals between Ortonville and Oxford versus Birmingham, Royal Oak. It just depends on where you are, even within that county, as we're expecting the heaviest snow to be north and west. Now, what does a winter storm watch even mean? It means you'll have 8 inches of snow or more in a 12-hour period, or 6 inches of snow or more in a 6 to 9 hour period. This is where the criteria is for Livingston, Oakland, and Washtenaw counties. It can also be combined with rain, freezing rain, and sleet. Now let's talk about tomorrow. We'll have mostly cloudy skies for your morning commute. It will be below freezing, 34 degrees with cloudy skies at noon. Sometime between noon and 4 o'clock from the south to the north, snow will overspread the area. Then after 8 o'clock, that snow changes over to rain, and that's going to drastically affect snow totals, which is why we have so many different kinds of advisories and watches right now. Here's how it breaks down. We've got a winter storm watch anywhere you see in blue. The pink that you see here, that's a winter storm warning, as there could be blizzard-like conditions as you go to our north and to our west. I want to explain really quickly, though, this storm banner that we have up, 3 to 5 inches, not between 9 and midnight. That's when the rain will arrive. So if you see your city, it's only for tomorrow's totals. We'll add a little more Saturday, and then what time the rain arrives and changes that snow over to a different kind of precip. So that's the banner that you see at the bottom. We're going to have a more specific timeline and snow totals coming up.
All right, Kim, and you're going to want to keep your eye on the Forewarned Weather app as the storm moves through. You can download it for free in the app stores. Just search for WDIV. Now, with our ever-changing weather conditions over the next 48 hours, there are 4 key things to be watching out for.
Our Mara McDonald is live at the Oakland County Road Commission's Southfield Salt Dome. For starters, Mara, we're talking about the roads.
We sure are, Kimberly, and I think after you listen to Kim, it's abundantly clear that where I live in Oakland County, northern Oakland County, we're going to get a whole lot more and have something totally different than, say, somebody who lives downriver. All of that said, I'll tell you, after talking to the road commissions tonight, everybody's got their salt trucks ready to roll because ice is going to be an issue. Let me show you. In many ways, Oakland County is going to be the bullseye for this, especially the northern portions of the county, which had snow to shovel this morning. As the Road Commission of Oakland County Director Craig Bryson told our Megan Woods, they've already been out salting for the last 48 hours, and they anticipate a major push tomorrow.
We will be out with all of our forces tomorrow when the snow starts and for the duration of the storm. However, we'll have 109 trucks out at the max. We maintain 3,000 miles of road, so we're not everywhere at all the time. With the heavy winds coming, there will probably be times when the wind blows the snow right back over the road, and that can create icy conditions in a heartbeat.
In talking to Wayne County tonight, it looks like they're going to be dealing with more rain than snow, but icing for all of us is a possibility with a drop in the temp and gusting winds Friday into Saturday. The salt trucks are ready to roll. Speaking of those winds, DTE has crews on standby ready for wind and or ice related power outages. They've scheduled a morning briefing on where we go from here. That said, the utility asks that you stay 25 feet away from any downed line. Always report it. And remember, they can still be live. And for those using portable generators, never, ever use them inside your home. Back here live, in the spirit of prior planning prevents poor performance, MSP says tonight, check your flashlights. Make sure you've got some fresh batteries in them before you head out on the road tomorrow. Take a look at your tire pressure and top off your fluids. I did this today already because I'm a prior planner. And something else to consider that I think is kind of cool. Photog Eric travels with one of these. It's a collapsible snow shovel, lightweight, easy to deal with. So if you end up in a ditch and you need to dig your way out, this can be a really nice tool to have. And something else to consider. At Click on Detroit, we have a help desk. If you have anything, say storm-related issues over the next 48 hours that you think we could help with, all you got to do is drop us a line on Click On. We're up and running 24 hours a day. We are live in Southfield tonight. I really hope we don't have a lot of ice-related power outages. Nobody needs to be dealing with that. Damon, Kimberly, back to you.
So true, but some really great tips. I love that collapsible shovel. That's a great idea. I think I might get one of those. We appreciate it so much, Mara. And as we've been saying, tomorrow is a forewarned weather alert day. The forewarned weather team will be watching the storm overnight to give you the most accurate forecast when you wake up. So join us starting at 4:30 a.m. for the latest. Our other top story, we're learning more tonight about an important voice for domestic violence victims that has been silenced.
Yeah, Kelly Mays was a well-known survivor of domestic violence who found her voice helping others suffering through abusive relationships at home. The man accused of killing her is Jimmy Lee Brown. Now, he's a rap artist known as Super MC, who appeared in the movie 8 Mile. Our Sean Lay spoke with Kelly's family and colleagues tonight who are coping with her loss.
We're here at the Westland Police Department. Sometime Sunday evening, the local rapper named Super MC, his name is Jimmy Lee Brown, turned himself in here. The charges are that he stabbed his wife to death inside her apartment. Her name, Kelly Mays, a well-known domestic violence advocate. She shared that apartment with her daughter, who walked in and found her. Awful loss, but tell me, you walk in the door, and how did this unfold?
I saw her light on. I saw her body on the floor.
What did you do?
I went inside the room. I saw the towel that was on her hand, and the blankets were wrapped up around her.
Celeste Mays finding the body of her mother, domestic violence survivor and advocate Kelly Mays, in her Westland apartment Sunday night. She had been stabbed multiple times. Celeste called 911. What was the second call you made?
Second call was to James.
And what happened?
Never answered.
James is Kelly's husband, Jimmy Lee Brown, known as rapper Super MC, a father figure to her.
She's an advocate that is going to be missed by multiple advocacy agencies in the state.
Christine Canal is the CEO of Haven, a complete program to help victims of domestic violence become strong survivors. Kelly Mays was a speaker with Haven, sharing her survival story. Her voice was so very strong.
What we want to do to promise, to Kelly's memory is to continue the mission and continue to help awareness for domestic violence and people to continue to know that there's help.
I gotta look after my sister now, who's 14, with my grandma. So it's been like hard.
Did you see it coming? Did they have that kind of explosive relationship or anything?
Not that, no.
For anyone in a domestic violence situation right now, we're going to put all the information from Haven on our website, clickondetroit.com. You can find it right there. In the meantime, no services scheduled as of yet for Kelly Mays. Brown being held right now without bond. In Westland, Sean Lay, Local 4.
Such a tragic story, Sean. Also today, food deliveries to thousands of students are delayed due to a truck driver's strike. U.S. Foods, the supplier for many restaurants and schools across the country, including the Detroit Public Schools Community District, local union drivers briefly walked off the job in solidarity with striking workers in suburban Chicago. Detroit Superintendent warned parents their children's meals might be more limited until supplies are replenished. This afternoon, U.S. Foods told Local 4 workers are no longer picketing locally, and it's working with customers to resolve any delayed deliveries.
Federal judges ordered the appointment of 2 special masters to help redraw 13 Detroit State House and Senate seats. Brigham Young University's Michael Barber and University of California Irvine's Bernard Groffman will assist in a process meant to correct Detroit area maps that the federal panel ruled in December were unconstitutional because the map drawing process was dominated by considerations of race. The new maps must be complete in time to be used for the House's elections later this year. A March 29th deadline has been set.
The sexual harassment investigation of former Michigan State University head football coach Mel Tucker is over. An outside attorney hired by the school to review Tucker's challenge to the findings of fault against him denied his appeal. It ends the process nearly 13 months after the complaint was filed by a rape survivor and anti-sexual violence activist. Tucker told investigators that he had consensual phone sex with activist and rape survivor Brenda Tracy. Now, Tracy is known for her work with college teams educating athletes about sexual violence. She filed a complaint with the school in 2022 saying Tucker sexually harassed her during a phone call conversation. Tucker was suspended in September and fired later that month. The attorney ruled Tucker failed to provide information that proved error or bias.
Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to 9 tax-related charges. Biden appeared before a U.S. district judge during an arraignment today in Los Angeles. The hearing comes just over a month after Biden was indicted in the Central District of California on allegations that he failed to pay his taxes, and a day after he made a surprise appearance on Capitol Hill. This after a plea deal fell apart in July. The son of President Biden is accused of allegedly failing to pay more than $1 million in taxes. A tentative trial date has been scheduled for June 20th. Biden could face up to 17 years in prison if convicted. The organizers of the North American International Auto Show are going back to their roots.
Yeah, the event will once again be held in January, starting in 2025. It's been a chance many people have been calling for. The show will run from January 10th to January 20th next year. The move comes as the auto show struggles to attract crowds and persuade car companies to reveal new models.